to a new video. So I have got my premium liquid monomer from Rachael Wilders, which can only mean one thing. We're doing an acrylic set today. I've put some of the monomer in my little dapping dish, and the colours I'm using are Mulberry Cream and Los Angeles. These are all Rachael Wilders acrylics, by the way, I should add. And Butterscotch. I'm not sure if this one's on the website yet. I bloody love this one. It's like literally my fave. Whipped cream as well is a white. I've also got from Nail Sugar Imperial Purple. It's like a proper nice Cadbury purple. And I have got High Tide, which is, they're both like multi-cut mixes. This one's hollow. I don't think the other one's hollow. Look how gorgeous that is. These are from Nail Sugar. And I also dug out my Fairy Flakes and my Opal Flakes. I don't know if the Fairy Flakes are on the website anymore. The Opal Flakes are definitely a current product. I don't know if... No, what I was going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, I don't actually end up using the Fairy Flakes anyway, so just ignore those, really. You can get 10% off any Nail Sugar glitters and flakes or anything on the website using code NATMUG10. If you want to treat yourself. And we will be releasing some new glitters on the 31st. I think that's Tuesday. And we'll be doing a live in the Nail Sugar group. So make sure you come and find us, because, yeah, you'll want to see. Oh, it's so exciting. I love new stuff. It's so cool. Right, anyway, back to the nails. I've done this smile line in like 50 million beads. I am not very confident with acrylic anymore. I feel like I've lost my, I don't know, but I'm not very confident with acrylic. But I really liked how these turned out. I thought they were really nice. You might be able to hear our turtle tank in the background. You might want to stop and have a wee halfway through. You know, sometimes when you hear trickling water, makes you want a wee. I apologise if it does. Okay, so I'm using Butterscotch to create my smile line. Do you know what? It doesn't matter if you need 4 beads. Doesn't matter if you need 5. It doesn't matter how many beads you need to do it now. You do it in however many beads you need to do it in. Also, if you're using a smaller brush, some people use like massive size 16 acrylic brushes. If you've only got a size 8, you're not going to be able to pick up a big bead like you are with a size 16 brush. So you work how you feel comfortable. And if that means you have to do it in a few beads, then that's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about other people. You worry about you. So, yeah, there's no, what I'm trying to say is, there's no right or wrong way. There's a way to do it, but it doesn't matter if you go from, do you know what I'm trying to say? I'll get there in the end, yeah. So anyway, when I'm finally happy with my smile line, I'm going to leave the nail to one side to start to set, and then I will go back to it in a little while, and I'm going to just file around the smile line to neaten it up. So moving on, these are the glitters. Yeah, look, Cadbury isn't, I don't think that is hollow, is it? Oh, it's bloody yummy though. Oh, I said Cadbury. I'm going to call it Cadbury's Purple now, but it's not, it's Imperial Purple. Okay, I've changed rooms. Right, this next nail, I've seen people do this. It's like is it like a new trend or something? I don't know. Anyway, instead of putting the glitter at the free edge, you put the glitter at the cuticle area, and then you do like you do your, what do you call it? Your cover colour fade over the top, but you do it backwards. So it's like, anyway, I'll show you what I mean. So I'm kind of doing on one side I'm putting the purple, on the other side I'm putting the blue, the glitter I'm talking about. You can either put a little bit of acrylic, wet clear acrylic at your cuticle area and then put your glitter on, or you can pick your glitter up with a small wet bead of clear acrylic. Just do whatever works best for you, but you want to make sure it's nice and thin. I'm just capping it a little bit here. You want to make sure it's nice and thin, otherwise you'll end up filing, when you come to file, if you've put too much acrylic on before you've put your glitter on, you'll end up filing through your glitter, and you don't want that. So yeah, do be aware of that. I'm just putting a little bit of clear over before I put I'm going to move those out of the way because I will spill them. You know, I just do those kind of things. Then I'm going to take Butterscotch and I'm putting a small bead around about here, and then I'm going to blend it up. So this is a bit wet. This is a bit wet. but I want it a little bit wet because I find it easier to blend if it's a bit wet. And then I'm going to go in with another bead that's not as wet. So we've got a little bit of a fade here going on, and then we're going to have the butterscotch going all the way down the nail. So we're going to just fill that last bit. And then all I is going to do is using some clear acrylic in a minute. Such a faffer. Now the butterscotch is, as far as I know, I believe it's a strength powder. So you don't actually need to cap that. But I am going to cap, I'm just going to cap a bit more up here. And then I'm going to go over where the ombre part is. Then that area, that sort of area would be sort of my apex. Now, because I'm doing this on tips, I'm not actually doing it on person. I'm not going to worry about my apex, but I just want to cover that so that when I do come to file it, I'm not going to file that the ombre away. So yeah. Anyway, right, this one I'm going to do a marble. When I do marbles, I like to put a thin wet bead of whatever one of the colours that I'm using at the cuticle area, so that my cuticle area is nice and neat before I come to marble. And some people like to put wet beads on and then marble use the tip of the brush to marble the colours through. Rachael Wilders did do a live where she kind of put the beads on like this, and actually I think I prefer doing it. So you sort of like put a wet bead on, and then you put your next wet bead on, and then you put your next wet bead on. You don't like put the 3 blobs on and marble them all at once. And I think actually I prefer doing it like this. So I might make this my marble method of the future. Actually, her live was really good because I haven't used acrylic for a long time. I got like a couple of good tips from her. The other one was about when you come to file, make sure you like utilize all the different grades of your files and your buffers. So like work on to debulk, you usually work on the coarsest grit, and then make sure you go down through your grits, and then like your buffer as well, because that helps with making your acrylic nice and clear as well. And actually I'm sure it did on this one. Like literally when I came to top coat these, I'm putting some of the flakes. Can you see? Look, I'm using the glitters and the flakes on here, and by using both, it just gives the nails like some depth. This is probably my favorite nail out of the whole set. But yeah, when I came to top coat these nails, they were so smooth. They were the smoothest acrylic nails I think I'd ever filed. But yeah, they did actually. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, there is nothing clearer than hard gel, in my opinion. Hard gel, you just have that really nice, clear, what's the word? You know what I mean? But actually these, I was really pleased with these. I'm not going to lie. I was really, really pleased with these. Oh, this is me going back to file the smile line, but I was out of shot, so you missed it. I don't know why, I just like to go over with a little bit of monomer when I start this nail, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do on this one, so I moved on to the other nail. This one I decided to use some of the mulberry cream and Los Angeles, and on the right hand side, I'm really rubbish at stuff like this. This is the stuff, anything that involves, I don't know, I just struggle a bit. So down this side, I'm using mulberry cream, and I kind of wanted to blend it across a bit. And I kind of wanted to do like a, what do you call it? The opposite of horizontal, vertical. I wanted to do a vertical ombre, and I don't know, it kind of didn't end up like that. It just, yeah. Anyway, I ended up kind of doing a nail sort of like the marble nail, where I just randomly added flakes and glitter, and on this one I added some silver leaf as well. You'll see in a minute. I'm trying not to make it too thick because I want to add lots of stuff on. I absolutely love these colours. Los Angeles is really, really nice. I've got a slightly darker purple called Burlesque as well that I'm desperate to use, but for this set I wanted to use Los Angeles. It was like, because mulberry cream is quite a dark blue, but I think, yeah. Oh, look, these are the flakes, right? Be careful when you pick the flakes up, because you will end up picking up like a massive clump. So I was trying to spread it, just spread it all across the nail as best as I could. And then hang on, I think I've gone to grab the silver. Yeah, here it is. Look, it's only in my drawer. It's not far, so it didn't take me long. So I was trying to break the silver leaf up into little bits, and I wanted it more on the kind of the outside edge of the nail as opposed to the inside, because on the inside I wanted to put the glitter. So you won't need anything to stick this on. It kind of just sticks to the nail anyway, because it's so fiddly and fine. So I'm just sort of like putting it in like different areas. I'll put a little bit up here. I thought silver would go better with this, because I wanted to add some crystals as well, and I thought I'd probably end up using AB. So I thought instead of gold probably would look nice, but I thought we'll go with silver. Okay, and then just randomly in that middle part, I'm kind of going to add a little bit of Imperial Purple and then a little bit of High Tide. So I don't know, not a geode. Geode nail wasn't kind of what I was going for, but I'm kind of getting like geode vibes, but it's not a geode nail by any means. And then this one, coming back to the smile line nail, I don't know why I make my smile lines so chunky, and I don't mean to. It's just I'm trying to make sure that I get my apex in and everything. Like, so when I come to file, I don't have to worry. Do you know what I mean? I want to make sure I've got enough product, but I always go a little bit too mad. Anyway, also in this video, I am going to be reviewing Melody Susie's latest handheld cordless e-file. At one point, I am going to stop talking, and I want you to listen to my reaction when I use it for the first time, because I was shocked. Do they say shook? Is that the word? I was shook. I've got to make sure I'm down with the kids. Yeah, I was shook. Honestly. I also have a Melody Susie discount code, which is, I think it's NatMug12K, but I'll put it on the screen in a minute. So yeah, so this now, I'm just going to put some clear at the bottom just to cover the blue, because I can't remember if it's a strength powder or not, but to be honest, there's so much blue on it, I'll probably file through most of the clear anyway. Okay, right, this is them done. I'm going to cap the middle too. Okay, so now we're coming on to the e-file. I have sped this up a little bit, but not too much, because I need to be able to talk to you about it. So this is it. It's a cordless e-file. I'm not going to lie, I was very skeptical. I was like, oh, I don't think this is going to be any good. So you've got the instructions. It comes with these sanding bands, a portable USB-C charger, which you charge at the top in the back of the e-file drill. It comes with some bits. I will use this ceramic bit. I quite like that. I probably won't use the other ones. They also sent me this dust proof, it's like a barrel bit, but I'm going to use this one in the video. I really like this one. It fell out. There we go. It's a dust proof. I think that means you don't get dust stuck in it or something. I don't know. Anyway, like all e-files, it has a lock and unlock. So when the little arrow is pointing unlock, you can take out your safety bit and place your e-file bit inside, and then you just lock it again and it's ready to go. You will also hear, look, this is the on. You have to hold it down and the green light comes on. You want to make sure it's fully charged before you use it. The only downside is that it's only got 3 settings, but it also has a speed setting. It's only got 3 speed settings. So when they're all lit, it's on the fastest one. It's got a reverse as well, reverse and forwards and reverse. Right now, listen, you're going to hear me now. This is my original voiceover. So that was me. Actually, there was a wow, there was an impressed snort, there was an oh my god, I couldn't believe this little handheld cordless e-file it's really powerful for what it is. I'm not quite sure how long it lasts battery wise, but I mean, I was honestly blown away. I was. So I'm going to leave the link to this in the description box below. Look how it's just like, oh, honestly, I can't tell. I'm actually almost speechless. But yeah, really, really good. There was no heat as well after I'd finished that nail. There was no, and there's very little vibration, and you heard the noise. It was no louder than a normal e-file. But yeah, look, this is just quickly the top right there, look. Show them, Nats, show them. There we go, look. I mean, it's so simple to use. Yeah, the only thing is it's only got 3 speeds. That would be the only downside. But I mean, for what it is, it's amazing. So impressed. Yeah, 2 thumbs up. That's got from me. Right, back to the nails. Look, they're as smooth as a baby's bum bum. I filed them using every single grit that I have. And then I'm going to use my Madam Glam top coat for top coating time. This is clearly the best part. I love it. I was worried that I'd get some shrinkage because the nails were so smooth, but I didn't get any. Well done, Madam Glam. I salute you. That's the blue nail. Oh, I just love that blue. Oh, it's amazing. This is the backwards ombre. I actually really like this. Love the glitter. Oh my god, love the glitter. And actually Rachel Wilder's acrylic is really nice to work with. The colours that I've got so far are all really nice to work with, so do check her website out. Again, I'll leave that in the description box below so you can go and have a look. She also has a Facebook group, which is Rachel Wilder's Nail Systems, I think. But you type in Rachel Wilder's and you'll find it in groups. There we go. And then I love that. And I've saved the best one. Well, personally, it's my favourite. I've saved that until last because it's just delicious. I just feel like this one's got a lot of, I just love it. A lot of depth, a lot of texture going on. I don't know if that's the right word, but isn't that nice? Oh, it's so yum. There we go. Okay, so they're going to go in the lamp to cure for 30 seconds. And then today I'm going to be using Nail Sugar's crystals. So I know I use Crystal Praise crystals a lot of the time, but if you're not a big crystal, if your clients aren't big on crystals and you don't have many, head over, but you want to try them, or you want to use crystals on your clients but you don't want to spend masses of money, if you're just after like some nice AB crystals with perhaps, you know, a few shapes, Nail Sugar have a really nice, what I call like, perhaps like, you know, like if you just want to get into crystals, head over to Nail Sugar, have a look at the crystal range they've got. Don't get me wrong, it's not a massive selection, but if you're like, you can't go wrong with AB crystals. And if you want to just experiment with a few shapes, then honestly, Nail Sugar crystals are going to do you proud. See, I've used the Flame Mix and the Slim Navette Mix. They're all AB crystals. You do get some in the Flame Mix, obviously you get the flame shapes. In the Slim Navette Mix, you obviously get the Slim Navette shapes. So I'm putting these, right, I tell you what I've done here. You need to buff, if you've already top coated and you've made it shiny, it's a glossy top coat, you need to just buff the area where you want to put the crystals before you put the crystals on, because they need a kind of buffed up surface to stick to. A bit like when you prep your nails, you buff the nails before you do anything. It just helps with the adhesion. I haven't done that. I don't do that because I'm not doing it on a person, so it doesn't matter. You know, the tip that I'm using, that I'm putting the crystals on, isn't going to go out and do housework and, you know, go on nights out and, you know, knock their hands on stuff. Then no, they're not. No. So it doesn't matter if I don't buff the surface, because they'll probably stay on these anyway because they're not going anywhere. Do you know what I mean? But if you're doing it on a client, just do that. Or you can put the crystals straight onto the acrylic and then top coat afterwards. I just prefer to do it this way because I hate top coating around crystals. Not gonna lie. Lazy wench I am. And then I'm just going to finish it off with some caviar beads. I like to just tip a few out. I just find it a bit easier. And then what I'm going to do is with a detailer brush, I'm going to place I'm going to brush on the gem glue around the outside of the crystal shapes. That's where I want to put my caviar beads. And I like to do this with a detailer brush because I just find it a little bit more, I can be a little bit more precise, you know, have a bit of precision. And then I'm just going to pick up the caviar beads with the end of my Crystal Pro and place them where I want them. I do put a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of gem glue on the end. It just helps me pick up the beads. I just think caviar beads, sometimes they just finish off a set of nails when you put crystals on. It just adds, you know, a little bit more detail. Sometimes it bulks out the design. Sometimes it just fills in a bit of detail. You know, you can put them where you've got little tiny gaps. They're just, yeah, they're a bit of a lifesaver, I think, when it comes to crystal placement. Caviar beads, because they're so little. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to put them down at the sides of the flames as well. Don't they look nice already? I do love crystals. Like I'm a bit of a, you know, like some people have obsessions with. Actually, I've got a lot of nail obsessions. I love gel polish. Billy, he's got such good hearing. Billy has, right? And I can't hear anything. And he's obviously heard something outside. And he's so funny. He kind of whinges. He whines as if, you know. It's really, anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So I've got I'm obsessed with glitter. I'm obsessed with gel polish. I'm obsessed with crystals. I just can't help myself. I love acrylic. I could buy loads of acrylic, but I don't use it very often, so I have to rein myself in. Anyway, look, there we go. Right, so I'm quite happy with that. They cure for 60 seconds. The gem glue does, cures in an LED lamp for 60 seconds. And then what I like to do is I like to just take a lint-free wipe and I put a little bit of gel cleanse or isopropyl alcohol on it. And I just wipe over the crystals because sometimes you get a little bit of wax residue from the crystal picker-upper. And that just, look, it just makes them super shiny. Oh, I love it. So there we go. I'm going to show you a quick close-up. This is the best bit. I love these so much. So I'm going to leave Rachael Wilder's website in the description box below. Don't forget you can get 10% off Nail Sugar using my code NatMug10. You can get 30% off Madam Glam using my code NatMug30 if you want a gorgeous shiny tab code. Yeah, thanks for watching and I will see you beautiful lot on Monday. Have an amazing weekend. Love you all.